It's not often that women who bear no resemblance to their great-grandmothers ask to be treated the same way their great-grandmothers were. It's not often that women preach equality while still demanding special treatment from men. Oh, it's also not often that men are told to treat women like ladies when many aren't acting like ladies at all. Actually, just kidding. That happens every day.
As a society, we need to bring back men who simp and men who yearn. Like my dad, every time I'm home, my dad is the OG simp and yearner for my mother, and honestly for his daughters. He does everything for us. This morning, I was just gonna run out and get a coffee, and he was like, "Oh, the windshields have ice on them. It frosted last night. Let me go take care of that for you." Go.
Why are you whispering? Is it because you're in your father's home calling him a simp and you don't want him to hear you?
Puts on a coat, puts on shoes, goes outside, warms up my car, moves it closer from the street, opens and closes the windows, everything, so that when I got in the car, it was good to go. He's the kind of husband who brings my mom a chai tea latte in bed every day because he gets up early and she sleeps in. And then he makes her a smoothie every single day. Like, he will drive me back to Chicago if I don't feel like renting a car. Like, they just don't breed them like this anymore. Like, men used to go to war, and now they go to shows and watch other boys push buttons on a little screen to make music.
Yeah, she says she wants simping until she actually gets it, from a guy who's right around her looks match or sexual market value, and then suddenly she won't want it. She wants the guys who are out of her league, above her, to simp for her because she's not getting that from them. So a lot of these women will come across men, right, that they find really attractive, but those men just aren't giving them the effort that they want. And that's even part of why they find those men attractive, which is funny. So, someone could make the case, like she is, that simping and this sort of favorable treatment is on the decline. But the more I ponder on it, I'm not actually sure if that's true. I think Instagram and OnlyFans actually facilitated the growth of simpery. But still, simping is just not a good idea, ever. No man should do it. But, I want to address this common trope from feminists when they say, men used to go to war, and now they do, insert shaming statement, and now they do this. It sounds like they actually want the United States to put boots on the ground in another war. Are they not aware that U.S. soldiers are still overwhelmingly male? Do they think men stopped joining the military? Or are they just upset that men aren't being currently drafted, right now? Like, it doesn't make sense. And honestly, it's really a big you to all of us, as if they'd prefer men be sent off to war and die. It's incredibly insulting. And it's just another reminder of the standard that you're being held to by the women around you. It's like, wake up and smell the roses. When women said equality, they didn't mean for you. And now that they've gotten equality, they also get to weigh in on whether or not you should be drafted into a war. And by the sound of it, a lot of them would vote to send your ass off. And the irony is not lost on me that the more rights and equality women have been given, the worse men have been treated by them. Have you noticed that? And, of course, it's feminism. Obviously. And this is where people will say, oh, well, the first wave was good. I even saw on X that Lila Rose, right, everybody's favorite traditionally conservative Christian woman, well, she said she likes the first wave. It's those other damn waves that ruined something that was great. No, right? Even the first wave was about female supremacy and putting the boot on men's necks. There is nothing inherently good about feminism. And I really think it's funny, right? How people believe women were just given the right to vote and pushed into the workforce because daddy government just cares so much about the people. And out of its sheer benevolence, it decided to give women what they wanted with no benefit to itself. It was completely selfless, right? With no ulterior motive. The ulterior motive was social engineering, right? That's all feminism is, and it's going according to plan. And going back to what this girl was saying, yeah, he's your father, so, of course he's treating her that way. Although, these girl dads, they got to be careful because there's a clear divide between treating your daughter well and spoiling the shit out of her. And I think a lot of girl dads cross that. That could definitely be part of the reason modern women are, the way they are. Because of the gynocentric worldview their fathers hold. It's also disrespectful. She's calling her father a simp. It's probably why she's whispering. And not to defend the guy, but, bringing her tea, making her smoothies, I wouldn't say that's simping. These words have to have meaning. If you look it up right now, the definition of simping, and I believe it's very accurate, is being excessively attentive or submissive to a person in whom one is romantically or sexually interested. And the key word here is excessively. And so simp is a derogative. And the definition here says excessively submissive to a person. And that is only wrong when it's a man doing it to a woman, which is why when men do it, we call that simping. And it's wrong.
Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I cannot stand other people's husbands. I can tell that you don't help your wife, and I don't want to be nice to you. I will, but...
Yeah, that was a quick, friendly reminder that, no, I don't exaggerate, when I speak about these women. They really are insufferable. They do hate men this much. They are that feminist. This is not some young woman with a fringe worldview. This is not an unpopular outlook. This is in. This is popular. This is a young woman who didn't have to do much to become radicalized to this level where she hates women's husbands. All she had to do was grow up watching TV and movies, eventually get a phone, sign up for social media, just like millions and millions of young people do, and this is where she ended up. And I also assure you, going out and touching grass will not change this fact. This is the time we're living in.
I just had 5 grown-ass men walk by, grown-ass, able-bodied men walk by as I struggle to carry all of my shit and help this poor mother with 3 children carry her stroller down the stairs.
Where's their
They
father?
just looked and kept walking. I'm literally dropping my umbrella and everything. They just keep on walking.
Something these women don't seem to understand is that the kind of treatment they are yearning for really only exists in a homogenous society. And it looks like she's probably in the city. I'd imagine a lot of the men she's talking about would not be considered homogenous to her. And when I say homogenous, I mean not just in appearance, but in worldview. Being on the same page, right? An intact social contract, if you will. But you can thank feminism and you can thank mass immigration. These things destroyed the homogeny of America. And to zero in on feminism, ever since I've been alive, I've been told how much women don't need men from the mainstream and from women themselves. So when I come across an able-bodied woman who is a stranger and, I don't know, maybe her hands are full, I'm kind of interested in holding her to the whole she doesn't need me thing. And then the constant shaming by modern women when we don't do it, right? While they are also at the same time feminist and egalitarian, it makes me want to help even less. And here's the thing. Of the two genders, right, man and woman, which one has said they don't need men? Of course, it's only been women. So I'm actually more interested in helping out my fellow man than the modern woman.